Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your financial reading for the first half of November. Of course, I will be back to do the second half. Also, if you want to catch me live, I go live every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and you will be notified sometimes. YouTube sometimes sends out notifications. So let's see what's going on for you in regards to your finances here. I do feel like there is a financial second chance coming in for you is what the cards are saying so far. Let's keep going here as well. Yeah, definitely I would say it looks pretty good for you. You start off with the 3 of clubs and the 10 of spades. So some of you maybe have lost a job or you're trying something new at this time. Yeah, part-time work has come up for Virgo in the past, as has like doing things like Uber. Anything involving technology, would be good for you as well, I would say, at this time. Because I do see you doing like multiple things, or at least trying to do multiple things to make money. So I do feel like it's a time for you, Virgos, to cash in on your hidden talents and abilities, anything like that with this 3 of clubs here. I do feel like some of you either lost a job or left a job in the past few months, and I do feel this card is really good actually for business. Normally it's a bad card, but in regards to finances, it can represent new finances, new jobs, new businesses, new business opportunities, or could even represent starting your own business with this card as well. Anything more independent with this 3. You have 2 3s. 2 3s is independence. It is doing things on your own. So anything that puts you in a more independent position, I would say would be pretty good for you. Next, you have the 8 of spades and the 5 of spades. So needing to take a risk. Again, I do feel like you have a lot of opportunities around you, Virgo, for jobs, but I do feel like it'll take a risk. Again, some of you might be coming out of a period of rest where you've been like trying to figure out what to do financially or what direction you want to go in, or you're trying to figure out what changes you want to make at this time. I do feel like there are opportunities in the future as well for you that could represent a risk. That could, be like you having to move, you having to, take on a lot of extra responsibilities, maybe more than you're used to, or you stepping outside your comfort zone. Again, for you, I feel like it's chaos. I've talked about this with you before, 6 of clubs. We'll see what else comes up here, but I do feel like there could be a lot of it could be something that isn't organized that requires you to think in a bunch of different directions. And again, that could throw you off at this time as well. But again, this can kind of represent a financial recovery, being in a period where you're just trying to recover your finances at this time. This is card of financial health. So again, some of you could be trying to recover there. Next, you have the 6 of spades and the Ace of hearts. Again, I do feel like for a lot of people, anything involving passions would be good for you as well. Uranus moving into Taurus, plain and simple. And also Saturn and Capricorn, especially for you being an earth sign. Saturn and Capricorn is like, if you're doing something financially that isn't efficient, then you're going to be punished. It's just that simple. If you do something that is super efficient, then you will be very successful. So, Capricorn punishes quickly, but also rewards you quickly. So one thing is focusing on what are you passionate about in life, and are you working in a field that you are actually passionate about, where you actually love it with the Ace of Hearts here. If the answer is no, then these cards say get something new. I do feel like there was a shakeup in your finances recently. I do also feel like, again, that this could represent a tower moment. So maybe some of you lost money or had challenges with money, but it is a card of incremental improvement. So I do feel like a lot of you are seeing improvements at this time. I would say, especially if you're in your 20s, then you probably had Jupiter, you probably had Jupiter opposite Jupiter, your natal Jupiter basically opposite where Jupiter is now. So a lot of you could have been dealing with that if you are younger. Even a little bit younger than your 20s. That could be for some of you. Again, without seeing your chart, I would have no clue. But, again, I do happen to know that if you were born in those, 90s, then you basically have that. That could have led to a shakeup over the summer of your finances or some sort of change. Again, even if you're an older Virgo, again, you could have still experienced this energy. Next, you have the 3 of hearts here, which is just a good card, and the Jack of clubs. I do feel like that somebody could be coming in to help you. That's a fire sign, so definitely listen to your friends. Friends comes up for you quite a bit, Virgo. Again, that has to do with Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn for you, kind of representing friends. That's not accurate astrology, but kind of accurate astrology. So a lot of you have support from friends, or will be getting support from friends with these 2 cards here. This card also says you're going in the right direction, so I just call this, and you have 2 6s, so I love 2 6s. 2 6s to me just says you are on the right path. But this card is just an indicator card. It just says that things are moving forward in a positive direction for you. Look at that. Needing to go on some sort of adventure. So some of you literally might need to travel for work. Again, this in the dailies, this has come up for you quite a bit. Five of Spades, this card here, these are cards of adventure, traveling, socializing, and I do feel like some of you could find work through friends as well. So like I said, friend, work through friends. So I do feel like there could be a lot of opportunities there. I do feel like for some of you, again, this could be pushing you out into the public eye, even if we just look at all the cards here. And even if we don't like attach their meanings, we can look at some of these cards, and a lot of them would represent like being more forward, being in more of like a public, being more like public focused, if that makes sense, not behind the scenes. So again, that could be the risk that some of you are taking, is like you're literally putting your face out there. And I would say that if you're doing that, these are really good cards for that. And finally, you have the Six of Clubs. This is your outcome, and look at that, 10 of Diamonds. So success and success, money. This could represent moving, or the 10 of Diamonds as well, or it could represent going back to school, learning. It could represent online courses, anything. This has come up for a lot of people. It wouldn't surprise me if over the next 3 years, pretty much everybody, will be getting these learning cards. Again, Saturn and Capricorn represents profitable education, saying literally, if we learn something, we will make more money. So it's that simple, no matter what we do. This is a card of gaining skills. Capricorn wants us to be specific as well. Like, it doesn't want us to just be a doctor. It wants us to be like a brain surgeon. It wants us to be very, very precise, and it wants us to like kind of dive into a passion that we have. So it doesn't want us to be like all over the place, all like kind of disorganized. It wants us to be focused. I do feel like there's learning here. Again, this card just says open the book as well. So this card is called the book, and it does represent like a closed book. So it says there are things we can learn, but we have to, we have to take the steps to do that. I do feel like a lot of you are moving past burdens as well with this card. So I see a lot of success for you, and again, I do feel like things are going to start getting better this month. So I feel like there will be improvements. Again, might not be like these huge jumps in your finances or anything like that this month. There could be, but again, I do feel like mostly improvements. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your month.